Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Mary and I give you guys an extra warm welcome. I would love it if you grabbed a snack, stayed for a while, and click the subscribe button. I would love to have you. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you more than you know. As you can tell by the title of the video, the new NARS, what is this? The Summer Unrated collection was dropped. I purchased the eyeshadow palette and the duo. So we are going to be playing with these today and see if they're any good. If that sounds like something you would like to see, then just go ahead and keep on watching. Alright guys, so this summer collection by NARS. A lot of you are probably thinking, it's so boring, it looks exactly like every other launch that they have done. For me personally, the items I purchased, I don't really own in my collection. So that's why for me, it made sense. I've been wanting to dip my toes more into the brand NARS. I definitely do feel like there are a well-rounded brand, a brand that has been for a while, and a brand that creates items that are holy grails and have been for some time in a lot of people's makeup routine. So that is the reason why I decided to go ahead and invest money into this collection so that I can add to the NARS makeup that I already own. Okay, so this is the Summer Unrated collection, and they went ahead and released an eyeshadow palette, a blush and bronze duo, and a lip balm that comes like in a little jar. I went ahead and skipped on the lip balm just because I have so many and I don't really need it. So I do enjoy the aesthetics of the packaging. It has that soft matte feel to it, and I am enjoying the soft metallic pink that is part of this collection. I feel it's definitely a nice and summer shade. Okay, so here is what the eyeshadow palette looks like. Again, I really do enjoy the pink. I think it's beautiful. I don't enjoy the fact that you're gonna be able to see so many fingerprints on this packaging, but it's okay. And here is the palette. So it's definitely a very neutral palette. Definitely a palette that anyone and everyone can use. If you are a working girl from 9 to 5, then this is probably something that might become a staple in your daily routine. Don't own any eyeshadow palettes other than a small little mini one that was released during their holiday collection. It literally has 6 shades and the pans are so tiny that it made sense for me to invest in this palette. It retails for $59. It looks like it has a 12-month shelf life and it was made in Italy, so I'm excited, and hopefully the formula reflects the fact that it was made in Italy. Okay, now for the bronzer and the blush duo, same packaging as the palette. I do enjoy it. I think it's very pretty and it's sleek. All right, and here is the duo. So this shade is the Laguna bronzer, which is very popular for NARS, and this is the blush that probably everybody in the world but myself have, and now I have. Orgasm is the name of this shade. It looks like a very beautiful shade, so I'm excited to try both of these. Like I said, these are items that I didn't have in my collection, so it made sense. This one has also a 12-month shelf life, and it was also made, where was it made? For some reason, the blush and the bronzer duo does not say where it was made. It just has the address for Shiseido, because I think Shiseido does own NARS. All right, so for today, I am going to use my NARS Eye Base. I have been loving this. I purchased this during the VIB sale from Sephora, and it's definitely like one of the best eye primers I have used. Real quick, I am using a lot of the NARS products. For the base, I have the tint and the soft matte. I decided to mix the two. And then I went in also with the NARS concealer. This is what a concealer is supposed to look like, not like that Dior mess. Those of you who saw my Dior review know what I'm talking about. And I think that is it. I do have here a NARS highlighter that I'll be using. This is in Capri. And that's it. I don't have any NARS lip products. Okay, so let's go ahead and get you on in closer so I can start on this eye look, and then we'll do the cheeks portion. All right guys, let's get started on this eye look. I did go in with the NARS Eye Base, and this is in the shade Light. Okay, so now with my Sigma Soft Blend 10, I'm going to dip into this shade, and this is going to be a pretty neutral look. Okay, so let's start here in the corner and let's see how this shade performs. I don't know yet if I'm going to do like a halo eye or like that technique I've been doing lately. Maybe I should have started with, I'm barely dipping in, and you can tell that I'm barely dipping in. That makes sense. Okay, so that shade is definitely pigmented. All right, now with a Sigma E40, I'm going to jump into this pretty pink shade right here. It looks like a petal pink. I'm going to tap it. I'm going to use this to kind of diffuse the edges of that shade. Okay, now I am going to dip into this shade right here, and I'm using a small Charlotte Tilbury brush. I haven't had any issues with picking up like shimmer shades with this brush yet, so I think we should be fine. There's definitely pigment on there. I might get fallout, but that's okay. No big deal. It's a beautiful color. With the tip, I am going to drag this on the lower lash line too. Right in the inner corner. Okay, this is what we got. I feel it looks very beautiful. Now with a fluffy flat brush, this is a Morphe and Jacqueline JH41. I think I am going to spray the shade. So it looks like this one and this one are like your true chunky little topper, or like just like the real shimmers, not like the satin shimmers. And I think I'm going to go in with this one right here. Definitely picked out pigment, and it looks chunky, so I will probably have fallout. You know what? Let me spray this. I'm gonna spray it. I use the MAC Fix Plus. This is going to go right in the inner corner. Oh, that's beautiful. And I'm going to kind of drag it so it can blend with all the other stuff going on. The only reason I sprayed it is because I didn't want too much fallout. Okay, and then now I am going to jump into one of these nude shades. Let's do the lightest one. I'm like barely dipping into it. This is a Morphe M441. Well, a lot of fallout on that one. And I'm just going to use this to kind of make everything look airbrushed right on the edges. Like, look at that. You see that? It's probably because of the brush, but whatever. Okay, I brought you in closer than we were just so you could see what the eye look looks like before lashes and mascara. I did go in to this lightest champagne shade for the inner corner and my brow bone. My eyebrows are done. I just need to set them with some gel. Okay, so let me go ahead and finish off the rest of the eye, and we will be back to use the duo. All right, guys, here is what the finished eye look looks like. These lashes are definitely more dramatic than I thought they were going to be. These are in style Angela from the Bright Lashes. It is a full lash. It's not like a half lash, duh. But yeah, and then I went in with a Melt Cosmetic liner. This is in Caramel. It's one of their new Slick Waterline eye pencils. And I did go ahead and swatch some of the shimmers for you guys. There's 16 shades in this palette. It's my twin snap time, so I'm trying to get this video filmed because I have to film another one later. So yeah. Okay, so this is the shimmer that I used in the inner corner. This is like that flaky one that I told you that looked like a topper and chunky. It definitely is more of a topper. Can you see that? This is the pink one in the top corner, one of the darker shimmer satin shades. That gold one is beautiful. And then this is that one that looks kind of purple. Right in here, this one, and then this is that corner one I was talking about, and this is the darker one and that gold one. So I definitely do feel like you have a good variety of shimmers in here. You have like some true shimmers, you have some satin shimmers, and then that chunky one that looks like it's more of a topper than anything. Okay, so let me zoom out a tiny bit and we can use this blush and bronzer duo. I think I already said it, but just in case, the duo retails for $45, which I feel is a decent price because I think each one of these individually, if you were just to get like one of the single shades of each of these, I think they retail for $30 or more. So that's a good, decent price for both of them. Okay, so this is a bronzer and I like to contour a tiny bit. So I'm going to dip into my little Marc Jacobs. This is in Tantastic, and I use this as a contour shade because it's more on the cool tone side. So I'm just gonna add a tiny bit, not too much. Up here. And this is an e.l.f. brush. It's a blush brush, but I use this for contouring just because it's more, like it's smaller, it's a little more precise. Now for the actual bronzer, this is a Morphe and Ariel A58. And it's like a fluffy flat brush. Some people use this as a foundation brush, but I like this for bronzing. Okay, now I'm going to dip into this super famous popular bronzer in Laguna from NARS and see if this shade is going to work for me. This duo did come in 3 different colorways, but the second one I felt was a tiny bit dark for my complexion. Even when I do get tan, I'd rather get a shade that's a tiny bit lighter, and that works for me now that I'm in my winter shade, and me have to build it up than have to tread softly, because then that means you're never gonna get through that shade. I'd rather have to build up and know that I'm using the shade than having to barely dip into it, you know? Okay, but I am liking this shade. I feel it's beautiful and I feel it's working great for my complexion right now. And I think I'll be able to build it when I get a tiny bit darker during the summer. Okay, now we're going to jump into this beautiful blush that I cannot wait to dip into. I feel like I've been really just buying all cream blushes. There hasn't been too many powder blushes that I have purchased, so I'm actually really excited to try this out. This is a Morphe and Ariel A22, so it's like a fluffy brush, and if you can tell, it does have a tiny bit of sheen in there, so if you don't like that, I don't know if you're really going to like this blush. Okay. Ooh, that's pretty. And I feel it goes well with the eye look since we did decide to go for a more pinky tone type of look. And I do enjoy using a fluffy brush when I'm putting blush on because I have more control of how much I'm applying. But this is looking beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And that bronzer, I'm actually really enjoying the Laguna shade. I feel it's perfect. The formula is nice. It blended out beautifully, almost seamlessly. Like it almost looks airbrushed. I don't know. What do you guys think? All right, guys, and this is what the full face looks like. I definitely do feel like I look summer ready. I don't know, you guys tell me. For the lips, I have 2 of the Urban Decay lippies. I went in with a cream formula first in the shade Liar, and then I topped it off with a shine formula local, and I feel like it created the perfect pinky type of tone. I did use a Natasha Denona L6 lip liner. I think that is like a medium 2 shade. And for the highlighter, which I mentioned earlier in the video, I went in with my NARS highlight. This is in Capri. It looks like it's going to be icy and like too light for my skin tone, but I actually really do enjoy it. I think it is a beautiful, beautiful highlight, and I've definitely used it quite a bit. Okay, so this summer, what is it? Summer Unrated collection by NARS Cosmetics. What do I think of what I tested out today? This eyeshadow palette is actually really nice, and I'm excited to keep using it and familiarize myself with the NARS eyeshadow formula. Like I said, I don't have too much from the brand, and most of what I do have is like complexion products, and those are absolutely beautiful. But using this palette and seeing how I performed, even though I only used what, like 4 or 5 shades, I do feel like this is going to be a formula that I enjoy, and I can definitely see why this brand has been a stable brand for a lot of people's makeup routine for years now, because the formula is there. It's a little expensive, it truly is, like $59 for this. 16 eyeshadows, yes, but I mean, these pans are kind of tiny, you know? So yes, NARS is a little bit more on the expensive side, but I definitely feel that if you are somebody that doesn't buy a lot of makeup and kind of purchases what you need, and then once you use it up, then you go and purchase something else, I do feel like NARS is one of those brands that you can definitely have in your makeup routine for years and years and years. Okay, this duo, this bronzer and blush duo, which I haven't tried either of these shades, but I'm pretty sure a lot of you who are watching this video right now probably have either of these shades or both in your collection. But since I haven't tried either one, and that's why I bought this duo, and I gotta tell you, I'm not disappointed at all. This bronzer is beautiful. It blended out gorgeous. The shade is actually perfect for a bronzer. This is exactly what I look for in a bronzer. Like, it is perfect. It blended out great with ease, no problems at all, no patchiness, like, and the shade is just perfect. And I definitely feel like I can build it up for when I do tan a tiny bit more in the summer. This blush is gorgeous. I can see why a lot of people love it. Like, the shade is beautiful, and the formula is so nice that you can really build it up. So you can go as light or as heavy as you would want to go. So I am pleasantly surprised by both of these, and I feel like I'm going to be using these a lot. I'm pretty happy with what my makeup looks like right now. I feel like it's on point. These products did not disappoint, which gets me nice and excited. Okay guys, so I would definitely say if these are products that you're in the market for purchasing, then I would definitely recommend them. I was not disappointed at all. I'm really truly ecstatic about these products, and I cannot wait to dip into them a bit more. Okay, well, that is it. That concludes this review of the new NARS Cosmetics Summer Unrated collection. I'm pretty happy, and I think we're gonna end it here. All right guys, I would love it if you gave this video a big ol' thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it, and you would definitely help me out in the algorithm of hopefully bringing some new and fresh eyes to my channel. And if you haven't done so already, I would love it if you joined my small YouTube family by clicking the subscribe button. I would love to have you. All right guys, I will see you on the next video. Bye.